Don't you love it when things are both easier and more affordable? Like when the rain washes your car for you. Or like when you save up to 10% by bundling your renters and auto insurance with USAA. Bundle with USAA and start saving. Get a quote today.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay. With experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
Saturday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Saturday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Saturday. Saturday, bring it on.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. Here are your hosts, Steve Collins and Greg Berg.
Hey, Coach. Welcome to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. I'm so excited you decided to join. Before we jump in, real quick, go over and check out Coach Berg's website, gberg.gumroad.com. It is awesome. You will not be disappointed. It's a little bit of everything. There's free resources over there with a preseason checklist, off-season playbook, all sorts of great things. Go over and check it out. All half of it's free. I should yell at him for all the free stuff he's giving away, but it's great. His team leader OS is awesome. So go over and check that out. Also, when you're there and you're thinking about it, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. You take that leadership, you take all the stuff that I have built over the last 30 years to build a nationally ranked team, to be nationally ranked, to win 3 state championships. Everything I have learned over the last 30 years is in teachhoops.com. Go over and check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. 14-day free trial. And let's head off to the podcast. Bye. All right. Welcome to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. End of July, Coach. We do tape these not in July, but it's the end of July. We're still, if you could see Coach and I right now, we're probably both on a boat somewhere.
I would be on a boat right now. Absolutely.
I'd be on a boat somewhere. All right. So today we're going to talk about the 3 secrets of resilient people. How did you come up with this topic?
You know, this is a great TED Talk, and I would encourage anyone watching this. I'll try to put it in the links too, but this was a TED Talk by Laura Howe, and it's on resilience. And it's really interesting. It was intriguing because she was someone who talked about resilience. I think she was a psychologist, and she, talked about this a lot. It was part of her life, but then she had to live it. She lost a child suddenly at a young age, and she basically had to live out everything that she had been talking to other people about. And Wow. She learned a lot from that experience and really spoke about it. And she really narrowed it down and simplified it. And I love it when people simplify things, because I think that's the art of teaching, coaching, simplify the complex. And she talked about the 3 keys of resilient people. And number 1 is just this acceptance that life happens. I think all too often people feel like if I put myself in a box, nothing bad will happen to me. And then when it does, they don't always know how to deal with it. But if you accept the fact, it's like I talk about this with coaching and parents, is like accept the struggle of youth sports, accept the struggle. It's all part of it. But number 1 is that acceptance that life happens, and we're all, it can happen to all of us.
I missed the game this year. First time in 30 years I've ever missed a game. My dad was sick. Like life happens. Like it just like everyone, no one questioned me missing that game. No one. No. My parents, no one met. It's because they knew. It's like, that's what's important for me to be here and to support my mom and him. And so anyway, it's like, and
you have to like accept that that's going to happen to be able to go to the next step and be resilient, you know? And then number 2, she talked about where resilient people place their attention. Okay, so what that means is resilient people focus only on what they can control. And so life happens, things happen, and the people that are not resilient and struggle are focused on all these things that are outside of their control. You know, it's what was me, why, or they start pointing the fingers or they blame, and it builds this stress and anxiety, and it just overwhelms them. Where the most resilient people shift their whole focus into things that they can control. And I think it's no different than how we talk about this with sports in our game of basketball, right? On a much different level than losing a child or something like that. But in a game, accept struggles are going to happen. How are you going to deal with it? We're going to focus on what we can control. We're not going to point the finger. We're not going to blame. We're not going to hold, hang our head. So it's why sports are a microcosm of life. We are teaching kids how to be resilient in a safe space.
Right. I mean, I tell my parents I'm going to do two things. I'm going to try to make a better human being. I'm going to try to make a better basketball player. That is my goal. I'm not putting one, but that's what I want to do, and part of that is resiliency about when things happen, because things happen all the time. Like if you do this long enough, just about everything is going to happen at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. And the third thing she said, and these are all simple, but I think if what I love about it is it's a simple 3-step process. But the third one is the question that resilient people ask themselves. And that question is what I'm doing right now hurting me or helping me? Like being very reflective of that. And let's just relate it to a basketball game. Let's say you make a mistake in a game and you immediately pout and hang your head. If you can get to this point to ask yourself this question instantaneously, is this hurting me or helping me? That allows you to overcome it and move on. But if you can't ask yourself that question, you end up, pouting and waiting, and it hurts yourself, hurts the team. And so these 3 simple questions are: number 1, accept that life happens. Number 2, make sure that we focus our attention on what we can control. And number 3, ask yourself the question, is my response right now helping me or hurting me? Now she goes in a lot more depth on this TED Talk, and she talks about it on, with the death of her child. And she asks questions that are really deep and good. But when we simplify it, I think it's a really healthy approach to talk about resilience with kids.
Right. And things happen. Like you were talking about one of your players that tore their ACL. Talk about I had, the resilience our team had to go through this year. It's like injury is just one example. I've had parents die during the season. Yeah. I've had, things, all these things that just occur. It's like, well, what does resilient look like? And, I tell kids the one guarantee in life is things are going to change. That's the guarantee. Yeah. Change is inevitable. Yep. And how you deal with that resiliency is going to tell whether how this journey is going to happen for you.
Which, and you probably see this too, but as a principal, I can tell you, number 1, it is the skill that is lacking more and more every year in kids, is the ability to be resilient. We don't have as much mental toughness as we used to have.
And I think COVID rippled them. It did ripple them. It rippled them. And
it rippled them. And then secondly, youth sports and sports in general is so important for kids because it's the ultimate lab setting for life. And it teaches, like we said, resilience on this, in this area that, they have guardrails.
Right. What are you gonna do when your furnace breaks and it's December and we're in and you can't get a hold of anybody? It's holiday. You got to problem solve. It's it's all that problem solving, and that's part of what school should be. That's I tell my kids, you don't need to know the law of signs, to be honest with you.
No,
I'll explain it to you, but it's about problem solving. What are you gonna do? And part of that is that resiliency is that reaction to it. I got hosed on I hope he's listening. I got hosed on a call this year and got a T. Probably cost my team the game. But what am I going to do? Like, life moves on. I got to be resilient. I got to own it. I got to show it to the players. It's like that's I don't think adults are demonstrating that as much as they used to either, to be honest.
No, I agree. I think it's a societal issue right now. And COVID brought some of it to light without question. And I think COVID showed the importance of this social emotional and kind of just this part of education that we know is important, but we really didn't realize how important it is.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's very important. All right, till next week, Coach.
See ya.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.